Eric's here. Steve's here. Paul's here. One minute late or 5 days early, depending on how you want to look at things. Okay. I prefer to look at things on the positive. You can look at things the bad way if you want. I prefer to look at the bright side of life. I try anyway. How you guys doing? Oh, I need I need a drink, but the one downfall of the Mexican Cokes, the only, in fact, downfall of the Mexican Cokes is that you can't put the lid back on. Once it's open, it's. And if I'm going to be I'm going to be doing some router. So I'll just have to finish it, I guess, before I get started on guitar. And I want to get started on guitar. I did a bunch of guitar today. I need a drink. And I don't really want it full of sawdust. So I just finish it, and then we'll get guitar work going. Get a rubber band and some aluminum foil. I could probably just put it over there and cover it with something. You're right. Okay. But it's still a negative that you can't put the lid back on. But there's only 355 milliliters of drink there. So I should be able to finish it relatively quickly. Paul's waiting on a CT scan. It's because they got to recalibrate the machine to compensate for all your metal bits or something. I don't know. Did a bunch of stupid IT work today. Yay! Replacing receipt printers. That sounds awesome. Nope. Oh, I didn't do live chat. Live chat. Slacking today. 3 minutes took me. I don't know why that wouldn't just be the default. Like, the default is only show me most of the comments. That doesn't even make sense. Why would that be the default? I mean, yeah, YouTube's stupid. That's why. We'll just chalk it up to another thing that YouTube sucks at. Oh, anyway. So, today I did on this guy. This is the one that fits good. On this guy today, I got the post holes done. I got the potentiometer, the knob holes done. And I got the electronics cavity done. So that means, and I don't think the pickup cavity was done actually either. I did that today too. So this one is like ahead now. So we got to do some catching up on the live show guitar. This is not the right neck. it's like the decks are interchangeable until I glue them in. This is the live show neck. There we go. There we go. So This is what this one's supposed to look like. Okay. Yeah, because it matchy match. I had the wrong neck. And this one is the one that we're doing today and together. This is a little bit. This one is a little bit. The neck joint not awesome, but I figured out my veneer business cards. If I jam one of those in one side of this, it fits perfect. So all I just gonna when I do the glue for the neck, I'm just gonna slide one of my veneer business cards in the side and it'll be fine. All right, so this guy needs back electronics cavity and a bunch of holes in the top. So that's what we're gonna do tonight after I have my Coke and maybe a cigarette. I don't know. Whew. I need to replace the spring mechanism, the recoil mechanism on my drill press. It only downs. It doesn't up. And it's kind of a huge hassle sometimes when you need to be doing drill pressing to not have it go back up. You have to manually hold it in the up position. That's kind of a hassle. I didn't realize how much of a hassle it was going to be after I broke it. Well, after it broke. Because I don't do it when we're glitching already. When you got to do drill pressing, you don't realize how much you appreciate that it auto ups. We're waiting for the wiring guitars live show. That's gonna suck, is what that's gonna do. Because electronics are stupid and dumb. And metal is stupid and dumb, so the fret installation is gonna suck too. I may just pay somebody to wire it. I might. We don't know. It's possible. Because I just don't. It's not something I care. I don't even care enough about it to want to get better at it, honestly. Just isn't something that not enough shits to give. What's going on, Steve? I don't mind wiring. It's relaxing. Well, you pop by if you want. Once they're ready to go, you just pop on by. I'll set up the soldering station for you and I need, what are the little orange things called? I need more of the little orange things. With the two wires that come off and then there's like an orange blob. I need those things. And I don't know where to get them. Capacitors. Where do I get those? Amazon. Boo! Boo! Fucking Dick Rocket and his... Oh, there's some other options. All parts. StewMac. Well, I could probably pay $17 a pop for them at StewMac or whatever they're going to charge. They're not a Home Depot thing. You can't just go to the electric bits section of Home Depot and find those. Probably not. Oh. If we had time, I would send you some, but it would cost a ton of money to ship them. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if you're firing off one of those mesquite bowl blanks, you just throw some in the box for the next time I need them. Are they stupid cheap? Like a buck a pop kind of cheap? Radio Shack quietly running in Canada. Ours isn't. I don't know if they are technically still a business, but ours has been closed for a while. It was running until, I don't know, a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Ours closed. Found out today that the guy finally got around to playing the Gretsch that I rewired, and he loves it. Like I said, you stop by and you do the wiring. About $10 each? That's ridiculous. That's stupid. That's what that is. $10. I mean, I guess it is what it is. The orange, are there ones that aren't orange that are cheaper that do the same thing? Because that's stupid. Anyway, let's just finish this. The GGBO guitar is getting returned to me. He never finished paying for it and is giving it back. I don't understand. Why? All right. He started paying for it. It was on like some kind of payment plan. And then he was like, nah. Like, that's weird. That's weird. Isn't that weird? Maybe it sucks. Paul, does it suck? He was like, as he played it more, he realized like I should not have bought this. Kidding. You get cheaper ones, but you get what you pay for. I mean, you always, not always, get what you pay for is a pretty consistent thing. Guy that did the demo bought it, paid half, decided to send it back. Lost his job, so he can't afford it. Okay. Yep. That's better than I decided this sucks. Well, not for him, I guess. It's not better for him. Okay. More guitaring. Should be the order of operations here. Bridge and tailpiece holes. Holes in the top and then big hole in the back. That's what the operations are. Smoke first. Just looked at capacitors at Radio Shack. They don't have any. I wonder why they went bankrupt. Stuff that people want, they don't have. Even my cheap consignment guitars, my wall hangers get quality parts in them. Mr. Like an enemy. Look at Mr. Fancy Pants with his $10 capacitors and his His wiring that he bought from Stumac. Smoke first, and then we'll drill some holes, do some routing. It's going to be loud noises night tonight for sure. Lots of loud noises tonight. But Paul really likes the sound of a router. So you guys brought your hearing protection. Back in the 1980s, back when you were only 104 years old. A friend of mine and I fixed up a Fender Mustang from parts we got at Radio Shack. Hey, right on. Got an electrical problem over here. Gotta tape my extension cord back to the bench. Fell off. Oh, okay. Couple of holes. Some router. Try to keep it under a couple hours tonight, maybe. Get them both to the same state, and then really the only thing left after that is cutting back plates and a lot of sanding and shaping and finish. And the frets, boo, frets. Boo. Metal. All Parts, Sweetwater, musician's friend. All Parts sounds like a good name for a... Do they have all the parts? I will admit, I'm only somewhat ashamed. I did break. It wasn't a boycott per se. I did order a couple of things from Amazon relatively recently, because you have to also do what's fiscally responsible. You can't always buy things that are way more expensive than you need to pay for them. I try not to, and I did a really good job. The stuff that I bought recently was the first Amazon order I had made since 2022. So I missed a few years worth of Amazoning. So that... All right. Drilling and routing. Let's do it. Doop-a-doop-a-doo-doop-doo. There we go. Gretchen's here. My rule is that. Why did I flip you around? There we go. My rule is the price is a third the cost of any place else. Amazon is okay. I like that. I like that. Third? That's pretty good. Okay. That's not gonna work. Gonna have to go like this. Something like that. All right. So we've got templates. We are just gonna quick mark these spots. Here we go. We got all our spots marked. That is where our holes are going. This is, I want to say 11 millimeters. I don't know. I did a couple of test plunges into some scrap wood and I pounded the posts into it and it fit. So that's the drill bit. Let's mark a depth on it. This is gonna suck. Oh, we can go like this. We go to there. Ish. Well, a little bit deeper than they need to be, if anything. If they don't go far enough, we're in trouble. So we go a little bit deeper than they need to be. This is where it gets annoying with the lack of up. Obviously, I'm wearing my safety goggles while I do this. Bye. Hey. How you doing? You went for a little tumble. You all right there? Yeah. You all right? Obviously, eyelids equal safety goggles. Well, I just kind of forgot. Okay. I hope he compensated for the bridge. Hope you compensated for, I don't know. But those little slant, it's built in to where I put the holes on the template. And it's approximately correct. We strive for adequacy here, in case you're new. Then these guys need pots. I marked this drill bit. Once I figured out what drill bit this one was, I marked it. I might just leave that on there. This one I'm just gonna go pop pop because they only gotta go a little ways in because I'm gonna take away most of that from the back side anyway. These guys just go zip zip. Like that. Boom. Now, this is a little bit more work. I have this guy first. Mark off. Where I'm going to put my tape. What are you using for grad point bits? It's a set from Milescraft. Milescraft brad point bit set. I've got the metric and the non of those ones. I have, if you're looking for like a recommendation, like they're okay. I don't know. I haven't used a ton of different. They are the best, I think, brad point drill bits that I have used, but that would be in comparison to like garbage, probably Mastercraft ones from Canadian Tire. So I would only be comparing those ones to what are probably shit. So they're better than shit, if that helps any. I don't know if it does. Mm-hmm. There we go. LCA. Accelerator. That for a sec. We got to get rid of that. Let's go. What's that? That's a little big. What was I using? Like a 1-inch Forstner? I don't know if it's safe over here for you guys. Feels like it isn't, based on how the things went last time. Raise that up. Good. Come on. This one I can measure right off this to go to about there. I'm going to leave myself about a 1/4 inch off the front. Not from the bottom of the Forstner bit, but from the bottom of the point. You learn that mistake relatively early in your woodworking. Not to measure things to the bottom of the Forstner bit, but to the bottom of the point that sticks out of the middle of the Forstner bit. We'll mark our spots that we're going to drill. Right there. And right we'll get our safety glasses. That's not right. Where to put my key? Now I gotta make an adjustment. Stupid. There we go. That'll do. I should be wearing my safety earmuffs is what I should be wearing. That's loud ass. That was screaming loud, those squeaks. Holes. All right, and a router. Stupid routering. Okay, loud noises. Now we'll start digging this out of here. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Oh, because my tape came off my bench again for my cords. All right, well, let's just, whatever. Let's get a bigger one of those in there. We don't need this one until next phase. No, just do it right. Where's the... Where's the... It was here a second ago. Oh, it's on the floor. Definitely always keep your router bits on the floor of your shop so that you know where to go looking for them. I'm going to need that guy again in a minute, but let's use a good one. Well, good one, as in better than Yoniko. Go with the Freuds for the majority of what's going on here. Okay, I gotta deal with the cord situation. I got all kinds of things plugged in over here, and it's just that can go away. That can go away. This can get properly attached. That's the cord for the router table that I was doing something with at some template stuff yesterday. Okay, that's good. All right, loud noises. It's gonna start nibbling this away. That's great. Okay. So we're gonna finish this up. Did bite into the edge of my template a little bit when I got a little jump. That's why you never use your master templates to route with. Well, it's not, I mean, they're all temporary templates. Like, I don't know if these guitars are ever getting made again. So, but it's a good point. And I didn't do enough damage that I'm going to be in trouble later. But there is going to be a little bit of a notch in there, and I did get a little bit of a bite in under there. but we'll just be a little more careful going forward. And then when I do the next round of template, we'll look at how much damage I did in underneath there and maybe make an adjustment, maybe not. Shooting right up my shirt. Mm-hmm. It's going to be inside the guitar. Okay. Let's see how bad it is under there. It's not great. So, I don't know if you're going to see it, but there's a pretty big chunk missing right there. It'll be okay. I'm just going to make a little bit thicker back plate. That's where the back plate line is going to come around. So I'm going to end up getting rid of that. Yes. Yes. Okay. But can't get the rest of that to depth. I have to change the order of operation. I'm going to do the back plate round to get down past that. Then I'm going to go back to this part of the operation and finish up. Yes. I'm so smart. Okay. Yeah, that's the right answer. Loud noises. Okay. That's the right answer. Yes. Yes. Okay. Woodworking is just a series of problem solvings. Especially the way I do it. You're just constantly, yeah, that's all woodworking is just constantly figuring out the whatever the problem is. Just one problem solving after another. I'll check the chat here in a minute, see if I'm missing anything important. Clearly, I hope it's clear that this is not a tutorial. We're all just making our way through the world. Can you lay the tape upside down on the glue stick? Can you lay the tape upside down on the glue stick? What? I don't know what that question means. It's not a glue stick. It's Starbond. I'm just burnishing. When I do this, I'm just making sure that that tape is good and stuck. If that's what the question is. Is that what the question is? I don't. Get this on there so that I lose all of that router mistake, hopefully. I think I did. I think I got all of the router mistake exposed. Now I got to go back to the Yonico because it's my only shorty. Always unplug your router before you change router bits. I'm actually not just going to say that. I'm actually going to do that. Because you go to change that router bit and you accidentally nudge that button. Yeah. That'll be bad news. A little less than that. We can go deeper if we need to. We'll start like, hard to see in there. Go like that. All right, back at her. Hopefully fix this. I mean, it's on the inside of the guitar. Loud noises. almost past it. I can go a little bit deeper to get fully past it. And then we'll go back to the inside cavity to finish cleaning that out. To full depth. Not the way that I would normally want to do this. Because now when I get back to the inside part, I'm gonna have this like overhangy bit where I'm kind of like out in the middle of nowhere. I don't always template cut, but when I do, I always climb cut. Shut up. Wasn't climb cutting. It goes this way. I'm going that way and this way. There are times where you're gonna. Or are you saying like you do that? Like, are you just being a jerk? Or are you are you saying that I was doing that and I shouldn't have been? Or are you saying that you do that? Can't tell with you guys. I'm getting the job done. Yeah. I was going the wrong way last time. It's getting the job done. I'll go the other way. I go both ways. Go both. All right, I got through all my gunged up stuff. So that's good. That back plate will need to be a little bit thicker than that back plate, but not a ton. All right. I wasn't. Oh yeah, I was. Yeah. Yeah, he sure was. Also, we'll just wait and see how you do it on your show. Oh, wait. Yeah, with the peanut gallery over there, it doesn't have a show. The template had me confused. I couldn't figure out why the neck pocket was on the back, and then realized template had two jobs. Yes, it does. It's a good point. Some of the things have front things and back things. Front things and back things. Got my glue in the wrong place on that one. Oh no, I'm dulling my knife by using it as a scraper. You can sharpen tools, you guys. Okay, now back to the inside. And now I gotta loud noises. I wish I didn't have that little notcheroo problem from the grab. It gave me a little notch there. You'd fill it with like okay, we're going to start by just being super careful. And just redraw that line right there so that it's a little bit narrower at the top. Except it's really hard to see in there to do it. I have confidence in myself. Loud noises. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now my little ledge is a little bit narrower right there than it was. I'm actually going to do this one too. Just so it doesn't look like this one's way thicker than this one, like by accident. Yeah. Maybe a little more. Okay. Now we can go back to doing the operation that we're actually supposed to be doing right now, which is clearing this down to its proper depth. All right. Man, people are actually watching this. A little ways to go yet. Go back to the good one. Unplug. You guys have a preferred router bit brand? I know a lot of people really like Whiteside for like high-end bits. Anybody got like a hardware stuff? I think Paul has said before he gets the Rockler brand ones because they just like give him a new one every time he needs a new one. It's like a permanent, like whenever it's dull, just bring it back and we'll give you a new one. We don't have Rockler in Canada, so that's not going to work for me, but I don't know, these Freud ones, I've never been upset with the Freud ones, and I can get them at Home Depot. They're pretty okay. Like I don't. It's another one of those like I don't really have it anything else to compare it to because I've never used like a Whiteside or like Bits and Bits. Apparently is supposed to be pretty good, but they pay people to say that they're good, so who knows? When I used to work in a fab shop, we used a local maker called Dinosaw. Oh, okay. I just buy Freud, the middle of everything, not garbage and not expensive. Beck's value for I mean, for me, it's like they're good enough for the operations that I do, and I don't have anything to compare. It's like when you use like a pretty good hand plane. If you've never used a Veritas hand plane, that's probably pretty good. So if I ever use a Whiteside router bit, I might be in trouble and not be able to go back to Freud, but they're pretty okay. And at like, I don't know what this guy would have been, maybe like 24 bucks, Canadian dollars, something like that. So I'm not plugged in. Getting I need another little bit. Not a ton. What's the length on a potentiometer post? If I leave like a 1/4 inch, I'm good. Yeah, I think that's about what I got over here. There's maybe a 1/4 inch on this one. Depends, short or long post. Well, I haven't decided. I don't know that I actually have potentiometers. I mean, I do somewhere. I'll just use an appropriate potentiometer for the size hole that I make, I guess. I can always increase the depth, I suppose. I'll go one more little skinny pass just to get down to the same as that one. That's probably okay. Remember, if you need to, you can use force a bit. I did that on Dawn. I realized I didn't get deep enough, and I just grabbed a Forster bit bigger than the pot itself and just like added some depth. That's about a 1/4 inch. I'm good there. Loud noises. Go. Best back cavity Best back cavity that I've made in the last couple hours. One little slip with the router. No harm, no foul. So these guys are both at the same place now. Yeah. And we are a couple of steps closer to the end. All right. Woo! Let's get you guys back on your charge. Router is unplugged. Don't leave routers plugged in. You don't need, the router doesn't need to be plugged in unless you're about to use it. I don't know what it like. Probably out of all the tools in the shop, router, man, I don't know. There's just, I don't really like them. And how we doing there, guys? Nope. Hey. You guys are having a night. You guys are having a night. And you're not charging. There, we're charging. Table saws bother me more than routers, though. No, not for me. I don't know. It's something about it's pointed this way, but it's spinning this way. And I mean, we saw it jump because it touched somewhere that it shouldn't have. And it's like, I just, a table saw is like very, the blade spins this way, you push the wood straight through it. Like, it's not, yes, obviously, if it touches in the wrong place at the wrong time, things are going to also go badly, but I don't know. It's everybody's got their own thing. Routers, I just don't like routers, really. So I want a one-piece walnut strap body and walnut neck. Too bad Paul only makes tellies. It's true. Unfortunate. I had a guy bring me some big chunks of walnut a few years back, and I made him some really nice bodies out of them. Well, that doesn't help Tim now, does it? I don't think I don't have a piece big enough for a one-piece walnut body. For me, it's because I got to witness a table saw do its worst to someone back in high school. Jesus. Oh. Dude. It's worst as in, like, it took digits or the hand. I can't imagine seeing that as a high school kid. I can't imagine using a table saw ever if I saw that as a high school kid. I use my router table to route bodies, necks, and portable routers to use neck pickup and component routes. Yeah, that's about where I am. I use most of all the outside stuff. All the outside stuff was done on the router table. I'm most apprehensive at the bandsaw. My Bill brother-in-law, I think, is a doc. Worst accidents he's seen were bandsaws. I won the award at the Campbell River Hospital for least amount of damage they'd ever seen done by a bandsaw. I touched my bandsaw with this guy. Maybe you'd still see it. I just nipped it with, and I'm a ninja, and I touched it and I got it out of there, and I grabbed the blue paper towel and I just balled it up and I drove to the hospital. And I said, I touched my bandsaw, and they said, how bad is it? And I said, I don't know, I haven't looked. And they said, well, let's find out together. And there was a little bit of nerve damage, and it was a pretty good slice, but like maybe that far in like the meat section here. So 2.5 fingers. Oh, stop talking. Let's stop talking. Got to go to the office and grab ice. Oh. Substitute shop teacher who wasn't wandering the classroom. Substitute just over in the corner reading fine woodworking or something. That's good. Bandsaw was designed for butchers to cut meat. Well, it does a good job of that. Everyone's saving for a saw stop now. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty happy with the saw stop. I had for 35 years, had limits that bothered me. Yeah. I mean, I am comfortable and confident and cautious at the table saw. Things can go wrong. You just have to, if you are in, don't use power tools if you're not in the right mindset and know the physics of what's happening and focused, and respect the tool. Respect how the tool can do bad things to you. Sued the school board. Yeah, he did. He's not very good at guitar anymore, probably. Wait, well, which finger's on which hand? No, we're done. We're not talking about it. Trying to think of like all the things that he's not going to be able to do. Let's just move on. The router didn't do anything to me tonight. So, and the guitars are in a good place, I think, all things considered. Bridge holes, knob holes, electronics cavity. That's the right neck for the right guitar. Still need a little bit of shaping, a little bit of contouring, and a lot of sanding. And then Paul needs to pop by to do the wiring for me after I get a bunch of finish on it. Some spoke shaving and some rasping. And a whole lot of sanding. Handsaw is fine, and I know it can take off fingers. Applying force towards the blade is a no-no. Well, you have to put force towards the blade, or else the wood isn't going to go that direction. But I think I know what you mean. Yeah, I was reaching past the blade. I was pushing a thing through. I was making icing scimitars. I was ripping 1/4-inch strips, and I pushing it through, and then I'd come around and grab and go pull out the backside. And I was on like my 4th one, and I pushed it through and went to go around and pull it off on the backside, and I just didn't clear the blade on the way by with my finger. Mike, you gonna send me a copy of your main template? Don't need the neck or component ones. You just want like the outline of this body shape? I guess. It's just, yeah, sure. It'll cost like $1 billion. John sometimes shows up on the show. The ring maker that sells his rings down at the shop. He's a Patreon supporter. Patreon.com/wooden things and stuff. He's a channel member. Channelmemberships.com/wooden things and stuff. I don't know what the and he sells his stuff down at the Crow's Nest. He was in the other day and he told me he was shipping a ring to the States. A one, like I'm talking a ring that goes on your finger. He makes those. And he was sending it to the States. And there's this new system that you have to use because of tariffs and duties and whatevers. And he's like, it was like $20 shipping. And then that whole other stuff, tariffs and duties and whatever, was another like 80 some odd dollars to send a ring. It was $20 shipping, 80 some bucks for all the other stuff involved. Clean off the camera. Draw it out on a piece of paper and mail me that. Oh, okay. I can do that. The mini, or do you want, well, we'll talk about it. Do you want the mini that I'm doing right now? Or do you want like the Dawn, the full size with the double humbuckers and because there's only room for like, there's barely room for these electronics in here. So you're never going to get 4 knobs in here. So you're only ever going to get 1 pickup in here probably on the minis. But it's just sort of like a 3/4 size version of Dawn. This one's good? Okay. I'll just trace it onto a piece of some kind of paper and I'll fold it up and I'll mail it to you. If you are enjoying the show, don't forget to like and then smash and then click in the Thanks, Tim. Patreon.com/wooden things and stuff. Link in the description. Just had a flashback of my mom cleaning my face. Did she do like... Oh. These are going to be very attractive musical instruments. It's really all I can guarantee at this point. They will be attractive. And then as soon as they're done, launching on to the Sean's bass guitar extravaganza. And I'll make myself a cello by making a bass guitar. Scalding hot water. Your mom? Your mom's scalding hot? No. And also a shop stool to hit Tim in the face with. And put him out of his misery. He made it 167 years on this earth until he got hit in the face with a shop stool. And that was it. At one point, wasn't he like hunting woolly mammoths? Oh, he was like, he was around when they invented music. Oh, there we go. You would have to build a shop stool first to hit him with it. That was the joke. That's why that was the joke. I'm gonna finally finish the shop stool so that I can hit Tim in the face with it. Keep up. Him and Adam went fishing together. No, that was too long ago. I believe Tim was the quarterback for the football team that Jesus played on. Remember when Jesus was playing football and they had to move him from receiver? And they wouldn't let him play receiver anymore because the ball just kept going through his hands. Remember? That was a good joke. That one with that I was happy when that joke happened. That was a good one. One more smoke. We'll get it wrapped up. Keep it under 2 hours for tonight on the bonus show where the actual woodworking happened. Look at that. Actual woodworking. And like a fair bit. There's drill pressing. There was routering. There was drill non-press drilling. You know what sport Jesus would have been really good at would be the steeplechase. Jesus would have been good at that one. Jesus originally wanted to be on the swim team, but he kept bouncing off the water surface. Yeah, he couldn't actually get in the water. That's a good point. His mom said it was hell trying to bath him as a kid. Also, couldn't dunk him under the water. That's why he was so dirty all the time. That wasn't nice. Oh, doop-a-doo-doo-doo. 2 more guitars almost in the books. This is guitar 2 and 3. And then bass number 1. And then maybe, I said this on Patreon this week. You know how last year, if you guys were around last year, between Christmas and New Year's, I did like a show every night to keep from drinking. Might do that again this year because I think wife and boy are going on to in-laws' place again. So I'll just be here by myself. So why not? Maybe we'll make another guitar together. It just like over the course of like 5 nights, we'll go start to finish on a guitar in 5 days and then get it like play it at New Year's Eve. Play it like at midnight. That would be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool to like go like 26, 27, 28, 29. Oh, I'm sure I could make a guitar in 6. Well, I guess if it was only a couple hours at a time. Yeah, I could make a guitar in 12 hours. Couldn't I? I could make a guitar in 12 hours. I mean, if you have a set of templates that you can trust, making a guitar is not really that complicated. Like, I mean, making anything isn't really that complicated. Everything you make in woodworking is just a series of steps. Once you know what those steps are, and especially if you have a set of templates that you can just like cut out and route around and drill where the holes are, and like, I could make a guitar in 12 hours. First day, we pick out the wood and we make the body blank and the neck blank, and laminations and glue ups and stuff. And then the next night, we cut out the body and the neck and route the truss rod channel. Maybe slot the fretboard. Maybe glue the fretboard on in 2 hours. Next night, we do all of what we did tonight, drilling the holes and routing the pickup cavities and the electronics cavities and stuff. And yeah, I could do a guitar in 5 or 6 2-hour sections, one night apart between Christmas and New Year's. I could do that. And I mean, if it turns out that I can't, like, it'd be fun to try. Bring in Tyler Peterson at the end to do the frets for me and the electronics. He probably doesn't have any plans for New Year's. I'd message him after this show and be like, what are you doing on December 30th? And do you want to come to Campbell River to do a fret leveling and electronics installation? And then just the last night, it would just be putting the tuning pegs in and stringing it up and playing it. You make 8 telly bodies in 5 hours. Well, yeah, that's because they're tellies. It's the slim line of guitars. We talked about that already. Or ask Ted Woodford. I don't know who that is. Does he do guitars? Andrew, you showed up right at the end again, my friend. We did a bunch of woodworking. Made a bunch of holes. Drilled a bunch of holes for bits. Made the electronics cavity for the back. He's a luthier. Oh, well, then he's going to laugh at my garbage. I don't want like actual luthiers to see this stuff. They're fine. They're out chasing northern lights. You got to go a long ways. They're way over there, way up there. Did you catch them? Just let Mike teases me about templates, then he has me send him a set to make his own. I never once teased you about making templates. I'd always make templates for guitars. I'd make fun of you for only making Telecasters. The slimline of the guitar world. Sure did. Nice. Bet they weren't as awesome as I've seen them. Just saying. I've seen a lot of Northern Lights. And until you stand on Baffin Island. You go stand on Baffin Island and catch the Northern Lights there, man. Whew. Telly's not template. No, you said templates. That's lies. See? Mike teases me about templates. That's what you said. Anyway, let's call that one for tonight. We did a lot of work. Happy with that. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a little more on the purple one. A little of the sculpting and shaping, and then cutting back plates. We're not going to be cutting the back plate for the live show guitar together, because while I'm doing this one, I might as well do that one. It doesn't make sense to not do that. That's the thing that the last thing that's going to tie these together as sisters is the back plates are going to be from the same piece of wood. I'm going to take a piece of wood and I'm going to split it, and that's going to be their back plates. So they are together. And that kind of finishes tying them together. See you guys next time. That's right. No, we're not live tomorrow. Tomorrow night I got a meeting that I got to be at. But settle down. We get one bonus one a week, and only sometimes. Let's gear down a little bit, okay? Between Christmas and New Year's, we'll do a few bonus shows. But you should count your lucky stars that you had the privilege tonight that I honored you with my All right. Let's call it. Bye for now. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Guitars are one step closer. Should just be another few sessions worth. And then we got to figure out when Paul's going to pop by to do the wiring. It's going to be expensive. He's going to have to pay a lot of money. And apparently a bunch of your guys' airplanes aren't flying, so he might have to drive. Bye, everybody. Where's the button? Did they move the button again?